Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today I'm taking you with me to the thrift store and we are going to be looking for high-end home decor dupes at the thrift store. I hope you enjoy this video. Let's jump right in. Like I mentioned in the intro, I'm gonna take you along with me to the thrift store. I'm gonna be sharing a ton of high-end dupes that can be found hiding plain sight in the thrift store. I couldn't believe the pieces that I found, and it just reminded me how many beautiful pieces, even in our own home, that I've thrifted that remind me of those higher end, more expensive items. You know, I'm always saying I don't think you need to spend a ton of money to create a beautiful home, and I love to share that here on my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I'm Liz. Here on this channel, I talk about all things affordable home decor, tons of thrifting, styling thrifted items, and taking you along as I transform our home with beautiful curated items. I hope you consider subscribing and joining this community here on YouTube. Introduce yourself in the comments. I would love to get to know you. And speaking of not spending a lot of money on high-end items, I wanted to take a moment and thank today's video sponsor, Luisa Jewelry. I chose these beautiful pieces and I love pairing them together. I also chose this really sweet flower necklace for my daughter. She loves being girly and wearing all of the jewelry. I love that their pieces are long lasting and also hyperallergenic, especially for my daughter. Even my mom has sensitive skin, so it's nice to be able to gift pieces or wear them and not have to worry. I also love that they are budget friendly. You can elevate your style without breaking the bank. Their pieces start at just $39 and they have so many beautiful ones to choose from. They offer a worry-free guarantee with a 2-year warranty on your pieces. So again, just standing behind the quality and just the beauty of their pieces. I will have a link to Ana Luisa in my description box. Please go over and check it out, especially this time of year with Mother's Day around the corner. I cannot get over how gorgeous their pieces are, so shiny and again, affordable, and they make such a great gift for this time of year. Thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. Let's jump into the thrifting. Headed off to the thrift store in search of dupes, and I got lucky pretty early on. Candles, I feel like, is an area that never pay full price, especially those higher end sticker pricing. I found this beautiful mercury glass votive holder and I couldn't believe a quick search on Pottery Barn and I saw you can buy a set of 6. However, for $56. I felt like that was really expensive, especially considering I find these mercury glass looking ones all the time. So if you love to create beautiful tablescapes and you enjoy the mercury glass look, definitely look at the thrift store. I also found this this was actually quite gorgeous. It was a ceramic stone one. I found a similar one on Wayfair for $149. Could not believe that. This one was priced at $3.99. So again, another great dupe find. Another dupe, this was beautiful. This was $3.99, and as soon as I saw it, I knew it was something that you would find in Anthropologie. And quick Google search, I absolutely found they have so many beautiful painted glass pieces, lots of different colors. And I cannot tell you how many times I come across painted glasses, stained glass pieces like this one at the thrift store. That one was actually really quite beautiful. So very quickly off the bat, I found quite a few different candle dupes. One last one, I couldn't believe this one. I actually really liked it. It was vintage, but similar hurricane glass candle holders go for anywhere from $30 to $90. I mean, I even saw one for $112. And this thrift store not only had one, but they actually had 2. So they had a pair of the hurricane candle holders and they were each priced at $4.99. And speaking of candles, I've actually even thrifted high-end candles at the thrift store for, I still have the price tag on it. This one is actually retails for $55 on a Canadian website and it smells amazing. We've been enjoying it for a couple of weeks now and I found this for $4.99. So retails for $55, found it for $4.99. I love when that happens. So definitely look at the candles. Another candle that can be really expensive is battery operated candles. They have so many, and often you can find sets or pairs that kind of go together and really can create a seamless look. And surprise, surprise, it looks like I paid $2.99 for the larger one. I'm guessing this one was probably 99 cents. So another item to keep your eye out at the thrift store, skip those high-end prices and save yourself some money. Over in the pottery section, I think this is where a lot of the dupes can be found, just with the vessels and vases pottery that's being sold now in high-end stores. I think this is a really easy place to come and find duplicates. And when it comes to thrifting pottery, I always say look past what the color is, gather some inspiration first, whether it's McGee & Co., Pottery Barn, whatever your home style is, and then go to the thrift store and look for similar shapes and sizes, because you can add paint, you can add like really simply some baking soda to give it more texture. I mean, you can do so many different things, even drywall spackle to give it that really aged vessel look. And similar ones are on the McGee & Co. website for ridiculous amounts of money. I mean, $120, $92. This one here is beautiful at $74. And I feel like you can create this for under $10 in supplies, and you can reuse those supplies for every single project. And then you just look for those pieces that inspire you with the same shape. So for example, I recently did lamps. Actually, this would be a year ago. A year ago, I did some lamps. They're holding up great. I did a video on it. I will link it in my description box. And I just loved the shape of the lamps. And I just used a combination of paints and baking soda to give it the look that I wanted. Super simple. And they look fantastic. Like I paid 4 times the amount. You don't always have to paint the pieces you find. I have found some gorgeous pieces of pottery at the thrift store. I recently thrifted this one for, surprise, surprise, the price tag is in here, $3.99, and I absolutely love it. It is probably one of my favorite things that I've ever thrifted, along with this gorgeous piece of pottery. I thrifted this for under $10 with a coupon. I love it, and this is almost an identical replica of what they are selling on higher end stores. So again, great dupe options. I also wanted to share, sometimes you don't have to paint the piece of pottery. It can just be a simple flip so that an image or something that's decorative is on the other side and you can't see it while it's up on your shelf or in a cabinet. So that's something to keep in mind too. It sounds really simple, but I know sometimes what's simple to someone is not simple to another person. So if you enjoy the shape of something and it might have something on it that you just don't love, but you love everything else about it, just give it a little, it almost fell. Give it a little flipperoo, and then you have something beautiful that you can use in your home, and no one's gonna know that it has a picture of a sunflower on the other side, and you can just enjoy the beauty of it the way that it is. And I'm looking around at my home and I can see so many more pieces of pottery that I have thrifted that I haven't changed at all. So yes, definitely think of spackle to add texture and give it more of an aged look, baking soda for just a slight texture variation, different colors of paint like what I did with the lamp to kind of give it more dimension. I mean, you can do all of that, but also if you just hold out and wait for those perfect pieces, you absolutely can find gorgeous, gorgeous pieces at the thrift store that would cost you 3, 4, 5 times the amount in regular home decor stores. Okay, let's talk baskets. Why are baskets so expensive on higher end stores? Even at Target, HomeSense, Home Goods, I even find them to be expensive because this is something that you can find in the plenties in the thrift store. Like this tiny little basket here, this seagrass basket for $28. You can go to your local little thrift store, look through the basket section. I promise you, you will find something almost identical. I loved this one. All you would have to do is remove that little extra piece and you would have a beautiful basket.
that you could style. This one would have been so pretty for Easter. And $3.99 is way better than $20.
Why are baskets so expensive? I do not know, but look at this gorgeous seagrass basket that I thrifted. I remember paying less than $5 for this basket. It's probably one of my favorites because it is so similar to ones on the McGee & Co site, and $5, less than $5, and it's actually functional. I keep all of our chess pieces for another thrift find that I absolutely love, stone chessboard, and this is something that we use all the time, and I just love the way it looks. It's so clean yet organic and just gives great texture as well to our space. So this was another great find, and just goes to show you that you absolutely can find high-end dupes at the thrift store.
Let's talk about artwork dupes at the thrift store. I think this might be the easiest area to dupe because right now what's being sold in the high-end stores is vintage inspired art and vintage inspired frames. You can just go to the thrift store for a quarter of the price and you can pick your own frames out, and then you can pick your own art. I don't know about you, but sometimes I will see a beautiful frame piece of art at a store, but I don't love the actual art that's inside of it. Well, you can come to the thrift store and you can mix and match. I've bought in pieces like this one, for example. This is beautiful. I maybe would use that frame for something different, open it up and take out that beautiful piece of art and put it in a different frame. And all you have to do is go to sites like Etsy and search vintage artwork, and you can find beautiful printable art. I also love this because you can customize it depending on the size of the wall and the frame that you use. You can also just go to Google and Google free vintage art or whatever it is that you're looking for, and you can usually find something quite beautiful. So mixing and matching and just creating your own unique art is so simple using thrifted frames.
When I see the prices that they charge for frames at stores, even just Target, I cannot believe it. I think frames is one thing I really think I will never buy brand new because, I mean, right off the bat, you can just find the most beautiful, eclectic styles of frames that, in my opinion, are just really hard to replicate with the age and the detail. So that reason alone. Second of all, the pricing. I paid like $3-4 for frames like this at the thrift store, and these ones, even just like at Target, the Studio McGee line, are gonna charge you $14, $15, even $20. So always check the frames. And like I shared, of course, you can print images, you can do all of that. You can also frame beautiful family photos. This one I still have from Christmas with Christmases past. I just printed this off on regular computer paper, just in black and white, so it kind of gave it an old aged look. High-end framed art is definitely something you can find dupes for at the thrift store. And my next video is going to be a thrifted gallery wall. I'm gonna be creating a gallery wall here in our living room. I have been collecting frames over the past little while. So side note to come back and watch that video because it will just show you the power of thrifting and how you can take these everyday items, random finds throughout my thrifting trips, and put them together and create something that is special and curated and feels high-end, but yet didn't cost you those high-end prices. So that video is coming up next on my channel.
I wanted to talk about brass and silver and copper. I have collected so many of these beautiful pieces over the years, and I was actually shocked to see that McGee & Co. had a silver tray on their website because mixed metals is definitely making a comeback. But they have this tray, it's quite beautiful, but for $48. For $48, I could not believe it. And you can use these so beautifully to style rings and jewelry in a bathroom or bedroom. I loved this one here, like with that lace detail. You can use these for actual serving and just bringing back more of that classic vintage look. And you can find them for way cheaper at the thrift store.
I have found beautiful vintage metal pieces on my thrifting trips, like this sweet little copper pot that I love to keep cookie cutters in. on my kitchen shelves. I also found this beautiful coffee pot around Christmas time. I use it over in my coffee bar area. So again, beautiful pieces for a fraction of the cost. And also my favorite thing of all is, yes, I love to save $1 anywhere that I can, but I really think that the things that you find in the thrift store, especially those vintage pieces, the worn in ones that have so much character, I don't think you could ever replicate something like that in a store, whether you are a high-end store or Target. I really think that there is something so special about thrifting. So that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I was able to pass on some inspiration, kind of help you think outside the box, get you to your local thrift store, see what you can find, and maybe you have some items in your high-end store cart. Maybe consider hopping over to the thrift store and see if you can find a duplicate, something similar. It doesn't have to be the same, to give you that overall look for a much smaller price tag. Because that is ultimately what I love sharing here, is you don't have to spend a lot of money to create a beautiful home. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.